Yay! What's up, everybody? Trish Lito here. I am live this evening, and my very good friend Jane Stewart is going to be joining me on this live, and I'm so excited to be chatting with her on Facebook Live. She and I have been following each other, supporting each other, encouraging each other. We have been like very, very, very good friends via Facebook and Facebook Lives. We've absolutely popped into each other's lives left and right. She's an amazing lady, and she's a confidence coach. And I'm really looking forward to having her on this afternoon because I feel like the topic of imposter syndrome can negatively affect quite a lot of us, unfortunately. So we're going to bring Jane on. There's my girl. I'm going to bring Jane on. This is like way overdue, by the way. She's going to come on. We're going to do this. I'm so excited. If you are popping in, you haven't never seen me live for the first time, make sure you tell me where you are in the world. Tell me hashtag live if you're catching me live, hashtag replay if you are catching the replay. Give me some fire, give me some hearts, give me some stars, give me whatever the hell you want to give me, but give me something in those comments to let me know that you're here, you're excited to see me and Jane live. Yay, Jane. Jane's in Canada, right? Canadian? I think so. I think that's where she is. Hi, Flo. Hi, Carlos. Hi, Joshua. I'm so happy to have you on. Yay! There's my girl.
I just had everything fall down. I'm going to do something that is a big no-no. I have to pick up something. I'm sorry.
Go for it. Pick it up.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. What else is new? Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Trish, for having me.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited.
I feel like this is so overdue with you and I. Are you kidding? This is way too much personality on Facebook Live at one time.
You're right. We might have troubles. We might have to have a shot of tequila, the whole audience, or something dry. I don't know, orange juice. That's boring. But anyhow, this was something that I was really excited about this morning.
Oh,
I was like, I'm gonna see Trish finally, yay! Anyway, so I'm always excited, but I know that I've been online a very short time compared to you, but I've been familiar with what you're doing, and so I love you. I think it's really a lot of fun to follow you and support you. And I see that you have, a lot of followers that feel the same way. So thank you for having me. I'm here.
Oh my God, I freaking love you so much. Can we please just like make it a thing where we can just come into Facebook Live and like squeeze and hug each other and give each other a high five?
Absolutely. And so everybody knows, I just came from doing photos, okay, in the fields, in the farm, and I have soot. So if you guys want to point out the soot, I'm good, but I'm covered in head to toe.
I love you. How does that not surprise me that you just got done doing a photo shoot? I feel like you're always taking the most amazing photos. Your branding is on point, sister. It's awesome.
Thank you. You know what makes it great is that it's really me. It's not about am I allowed to swear? Because I got one swear.
You can do whatever you want.
That's a nice compliment, and thank you. It really is me. It's no bullshit. I understand what I do best, which is this one thing well. And so there's a hell of a lot of joy in it. I can't, until you get to that point, which I wasn't a couple years ago, I really do have fun. And yes, I take a little bit of time out of my day. It's a part of the strategy. I do all my own photos. So yeah, I was out getting real dirty, and you're going to see them today and tomorrow, but I'm here.
You do all of your own photos?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't.
Oh my God, you're like a triple threat. You're hilarious. No, of course, you're like the Justin Timberlake of Facebook Live people. You're hilarious. Okay, well, you can cook. You're gorgeous, and you're talented with taking your own photos. Are you kidding me? I love you. So we have got to figure out a way for you and I to get in the same room together.
Well, I do have some good news. In February, I will be down at St. Pete's Beach in Florida. So
that's my backyard, sister. You had better hit me up. Oh
yeah,
my
so
God. We will break Facebook.
Yeah,
we'll break it.
I'll fill you in on the plans, and I don't want to distract from, but thank you. Photos are so important, but I love it. That's part of what I enjoy doing. I don't have anybody helping me, and here's a big tip. I only use my iPhone X.
Boom. See, I keep telling people this all the time. you don't have to have fancy equipment to do this stuff. If you have your phone, you're solid. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, and it's about doing and building on the tools. Start, start, start. So yeah, that's a
Build
big
with
takeaway.
what you got. I love
Yeah.
that. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to tell the actual Facebook post reason why this is finally happening, right?
Okay.
Why you and I are having this conversation. And then I want to tell a little bit of a backstory about what happened over the weekend for me that I think will really help inspire other people who have that confidence problem going on in their lives.
Absolutely.
Like in the business. So, and you're going to be proud of me that I'm like at this place now, because, and I think it's going to be that much easier for you to essentially coach me a little bit on this live video and let other people hear it, because what you do is amazing. I think you are a brilliant lady. I love your content. I love your lives. I love your energy. I just absolutely adore you. So I want to say that. Thank you very much for offering to do this with me. Seriously, it means a lot.
Anytime. Thank you.
Yes. So I did a post about a week or so ago, and I kind of just talked about how I've been going through the motions of this online entrepreneur life that we live. We try to do this thing, and what happens with it, especially with the marketers out there, right? We do this thing where we compare ourselves to other people. We see other people's successes and we go, well, why am I not there yet? Why is that not me? Why is this not me? Why can't I figure this out? Why can't I figure that out? And we compare ourselves to other people, and it's, imposter syndrome, comparison prison, whatever the hell you want to call it. It sucks. It's a lousy feeling to have. So if you're somebody who has that feeling, tell me yes in the comments. And if you know somebody out there, I know that we're all in a lot of entrepreneurial groups and communities out there. Please share this video out, because if nothing else, we're going to get a really good message out there. And Jane is just amazing at this too. So I have been going through that. And then I kind of had this moment where I was like, man, I got to stop doing this to myself. I had some of my business coaches reach out to me and say, Trish, you're brilliant at what you do. You're skilled AF. And you need to just do your thing. Like, just be who you are and just show up and start sharing what you know how to do. Start sharing your skills. So I started to own it more and more. I started writing it down, manifesting, journaling, believing in it. And then Jane posted on that post, and she said, oh my God, we need to do a Facebook Live together. You're amazing. You need to realize this. You need a little coaching session. And I was like, yay, because she's amazing. And I love you so much for telling me that. But then I cut to this last weekend. So I went to the Military Influencers Conference, and I was a presenter. Well, I didn't present until almost the very end of the conference. I was one of the last speakers. So I had all this time to get my nerves completely shot. I was freaking out. Like, I couldn't eat lunch that day. I had the worst stomach ache. I had to get on stage, all this. And I swear to God, Jane, I walk into the room and I walk over to the podium, and they had the laptop open for me with my slide deck open. And I walk up and I'm looking at the slide deck and I'm like, oh, this is my content. Like, this is my zone of genius, right? And the second people got filled into the room, I started to get really excited and go, oh my God, I'm about to bring these people so much knowledge. And immediately the butterflies were gone. The slide deck started. I started talking. People were writing things down. They were like, absolute value was brought to their lives. And I thought to myself, I'm standing up there and thinking to myself, why did I ever doubt myself on this? Ever. Like, this is my zone of genius. This is what I'm best at. So I had to tell you that story real quick, because I thought about you. I thought about you in that moment. My confidence was just on fire in that moment. And you have to know that.
Yeah, I think that's a good story, because it's for a couple of reasons. First of all, as an entrepreneur, a business owner, confidence comes and goes. It's not like a one and done where you buy it and it's good. It's the picture on the wall. You leave it there for 10 years. You don't touch it or dust it. Confidence will come and go. And the stories, the sharing of the struggles with entrepreneurs, whether you're at the start or closer to, a bigger thing, it's very important to share, because I think people in talking to people, they're kind of like, I'm not going to share that. I've been at this 10 years. I struggled yesterday, but I'm not sharing it. Well, how is that serving you? Because it's really good to remind yourself that your confidence can come and go. But you recognized going into the conference, you were nervous. By the way, that's normal. The nerves, the jitters, all that stuff. Anybody that does professional or does it presenting or public speak on a regular basis, my God, if you really get to know them, they'll say, yep, I get butterflies. Yep, I'm nervous. But when I get up there, exactly what you said, they're on fire. They absolutely, they light up because it's their content or their speech. And it's really about when you go into those public speaking or into a room, it can be as simple as going into a room, as you know, because you were out and about there, right? Talking to people. I saw you.
Yeah.
Some people are too afraid to reach out their hand. It's confidence. And so with confidence, it's so important before you go in the room or you're going to that presentation. It's the self-talk, right? And by acknowledging the fear, by acknowledging all of that, it's just answering it with a new sentence, right? With, I got this. You did it on the podium. You didn't go, oh shit, the laptop. No, seriously, that has happened to me and many people where you go, uh-oh, this is going to suck. But you got up there and you said, I got this. So that's a positive response to something you were feeling before. It's not, when you're acknowledging what's happening, the odds of making it better are pretty high. That's in any business or in life, with your kids, with your life, with your, relationship, whatever it is, you're acknowledging it, the nerves, you got up there and you did it. Now, of course, it's practice, right? It's practice. So my feeling is you go into that next time, there'll be a little less of that leading up to it. I think.
And again, I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I had to wait all day. Like I was just waiting, for the butterflies. And I think another piece of it too, not that it was so much intimidating, but a bit intimidating. And I think that's why when I did get up there, I was just like a powerhouse, like just like bringing it as much as I could. It was military people, it was fellow veterans, high level people, and very just awesome human beings, and military spouses, and some of them were had their own businesses, some of them were nonprofits, some of them were fresh out of the military and had just gotten done commanding like these big groups of people. And I'm going, okay, I was just a little piddly E4 when I got out, and here I am about to get on stage and teach, school them on something. And so I think there was that intimidation factor. But then when I got up there, and I saw my slide deck, I saw my content coming. They were sitting there with pad and pens. They were ready to learn. And so it was like, well, shit, this is my responsibility now. Like, they're here to see me. I better bring it.
Yeah, that is perfect. I'd be surprised if you didn't tell me any of this. because it happens, you're doing public speaking. When you look around, when you're comparing, you're watching Gary Vee, you're watching Oprah. People do it all the time online. They think, oh, look at that. That's just so easy. They make it look like nothing because it's practice. Of course, people miss things. When you're public speaking, I said this yesterday to somebody, you're tearing apart your public speaking more than the people out in the audience. They have no idea. They have no idea you skipped over a point.
Right.
They have you just need to practice and get up and do it. And that's how other people who make it look so easy, it's the practice, the experience. They still get butterflies, they still screw up, but they adjust it and move on. And that's the only way through this, is just practice.
That's awesome. And I'm glad that you're saying it the way that you are, because so many people ask me, how with live video even, and you know this to be true, it's the same thing with live video. The very first time I pressed live, are you kidding me? I was a health and fitness coach, and I was, putting weights, I was doing freaking dumbbells, and I'm like, yeah, I can do it, you can do it too. It was the most corny, awful live video ever. But I did it because I knew I had to get myself out there. I needed to share it. People needed to see it. They needed to be inspired, motivated, etc. Blah blah blah. But people ask me, they're like, "Well, how do you really command your audience when you get Facebook Live?" I'm like, you think that I've been doing this for over 2 years. You think I haven't practiced this? I do this almost every single day. Like, after a while, you just kind of get into your zone and you do it and you make it happen. So with video, and I would love for you to give me your input on this. With video, people feel more intimidated because they don't get that immediate reaction from other people, right? You get people that pop in. Sometimes you get 30 people. Sometimes you get, you know, like right now there's 4 people watching. But at the end of the day, that's only 4 live people watching, right?
That's
At
right.
the end of the day, that replay is going to be watched hundreds, if not thousands of times by other people who need to hear your message, right?
Absolutely.
So, and that's right. So I want to hear your thoughts on that, because I'm sure your stuff gets seen hundreds of thousands of times as well. So talk to me about that.
Well, when I too, when I first started, I look back and cringe. And I think I do. It was terrible. It was terrible. But the biggest thing is all of these tools we have to put ourselves out there. Start before you do anything. Like, a really simple task, I talk about this over and over, is to start listening to your self-limiting beliefs, because what you're talking to, how you're talking to yourself matters. And so if you're planning your strategy and you know you got to put video in, or you want to, and you're leading up to it with the like the very negative talk, you've got to start taking 3 of those, the most popular self-negative beliefs, and rewriting the new story. And it can be pen to paper. By the way, that's old school, but that can be very, very, you know, therapeutic, and very writing and crossing it in, you know. So if you do a little bit of work before your negative thoughts, like, oh, I'm doing this video, like, I'm not going to get any likes. Okay, the answer to that is, I'm going to do this video and practice, and I'm going to let go of what the results are, because the results are that I actually did it. I took action. And so instead of saying, I'm not going to get any likes, you're dead in the water. When you push go, you're going to feel very negative, and then people see it. And so do a little bit of work before. Just prepare yourself with your because when you're doing the video, you're starting out on a positive note versus the negative thoughts leading up to it. And really, it's about, you know, I know there's somebody in our other circle called Brian Fanzo, right? And he says, push the damn button and go. And the thing is he's absolutely right. And I say the same thing, push it and go, and release it to the universe. Just,
yes.
you know, and if one of your self-limiting beliefs is going, I hate that video, I'm going to go watch it 10 times, that's negative. I'm going to watch it twice, and the rule of thumb is I'm not going back to it. And all of these self-limiting beliefs are habits. We've dragged them through life. It's hard to change, but as soon as you commit to the self-limiting belief and rewriting the positive stories, the videos, everything else becomes actionable. It becomes you're not stuck. You remain, if you keep telling yourself the shitty stories over and over, comparing yourself, whatever, then the video becomes something that you put off, or you do once and you don't go back to it because you're talking yourself out of it again. So if you ask me what the key to all of this is, video and putting yourself out there, do the work. It doesn't cost you any money to sit one night, like every night of the week. We're watching TV. If it's not TV, it's doing something silly. So for 10 minutes, write the top 3 popular, you know, in your head, the replays, the negative, and rewrite the story. I can and I will. And so you're changing your brain chemistry to positive. It's a very powerful thing. And so with video, the other part is you could, you know, to prepare yourself, it does help to kind of have an outline. Okay, so you've done the work on the self-limiting beliefs, and it helps to have a strategy, because those of us who have been doing it a while, the strategy comes very easy because we've been at it so long, right? and put pen to paper, write whatever your whiteboard is, get the strategy. I often encourage people, it doesn't always have to be live. It just has to be a video. You can pre-record it and post it. And whatever you decide, just do it, right?
Yeah.
It can be of course, it's scary as hell. The moment you're scared, go this way, not that way, back to the comfort zone and the self-limiting beliefs. It's if I could, I've had clients and I've had people that direct message me about the same thing every day. And it's as simple as I like to keep the task very small, because as entrepreneurs, we think a lot about the big picture. And what happens is it's defeating us. So the list of doing 3 self-limiting beliefs is attainable. You do it every day, cross it off, right? And so it's powerful. It works in every part of your business. It makes you more actionable.
So I love everything that you're saying right now, because I feel exactly the same way. I think you and I both structure our content very similarly. I write down my bullet points. If I don't have bullet points, and I wing it, because the hell with it, right? I mean, we've been doing this for so damn long. This is what we do. But something that I do mention to people when they do feel like, oh, I'm going to sound like this, or I'm going to sound like that. We use live video to convey a message of content, right? For our businesses or our lives, whatever, right? So I want people to really think about that. In the moment that you're having that limiting belief, right? What are you having the limiting belief about? Is it about the message that you're conveying, or how you're conveying it? Because if it's the message that you're conveying, you're the freaking expert. You're the professional who's going to go live and present this information to people. So if you don't believe in yourself about that, how would you expect them to believe in you?
Absolutely.
Just that at the end of the day, it's like, I this and I that, and I don't feel confident, and I don't know what to say, and I don't feel comfortable on camera, and I this, and it's not about you. And that's my tough love coaching. When I talk to people about this and they say, I want to try to do this, but there is no but. Don't try to do it. Just do it. Get over yourself. For the love of
Absolutely.
God.
Get over
yourself.
It is easy, and a little bit of tough love never hurt anybody. The thing is, the reason why people come to me for confidence coaching, or just a quick, sometimes there's stuff that happens in life, right? That kind of throws us for a bit of a sidetrack. But if you find yourself turning over, sometimes you need to look at people who have expertise in different areas in your business. You don't know it all. So at some point, if you keep revisiting a subject, it can be confidence, it could be anything. But when they come to me, they're at the end of their rope, because it's exactly what you said. I can't, I won't. And it is not, and it is really, all it is just, the confidence is all about, it's not cookie cutter, because some people, we have different lives, right? Different things have happened. But at the end of the day, it's about understanding that, okay, it's time to stop being sort of held to those stories, that the victim, and taking responsibility and moving to a new story. And the new story is profound. It within a day, if you take small action, because you've been so marinated in all your shit. I'm sorry. And I've done it.
Preach,
and
sister.
This is three times I'm swearing. But
no, I love it.
I can say this with laughter. I want everybody to know that self-limiting, like when you're very marinated in self-limiting beliefs and no confidence, it's painful. I have been there. I have walked through it. There's a lot of tears, there's a lot of frustration. There's been times when I've wanted to quit. I say this with love and care, that the new story is a better place to be. And you just take the little chunks and they become a bigger, the failures are the success. I don't know why in the real world, where people have buildings and have businesses, they take years to have success. Just do it didn't happen overnight, right? And so it's online. It takes the same amount of commitment, showing up, practicing, testing, and build that experience, write the new stories. It is just that simple. And really, that you will have success in it. You've got to decide you're going all in on yourself. That's the biggest thing.
I love you, Jane. You are amazing. I want to say something that I think that a lot of people are going to, they're going to say, oh, that could be me with this. And you know what I'm talking about. You're going to agree with me because I'm one of those people. I do market research regularly. I want to know in all the different groups and communities that I'm in on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, anywhere I hang out on social media. I'm asking people inadvertently what their limiting belief is when using live video, right? So I say, hey, are you using Facebook Live for your business? Are you using live video for your business? If not, why? And I watch the conversation threads go, and I think you already know where I'm going with this. I watch the conversation threads go, and Marshall Gillen's on. What's up, brother? Thanks for popping in. Julia McCoy, Patrick Mudge, Joy Idris. Thank you all for popping in.
Oh, hi, Joy.
I love you all very much. I see these conversation threads happen, and the first person starts saying the whole, I don't like how I sound. I don't like how I look. And what happens is they're seeing other people say these things. And even if that wasn't a limiting belief that they themselves had, they're seeing other people's stories, and then they start encompassing that as their own. And I'm telling you all right now, stop it, please. I want you to, when you see other people saying those things, that's their thing. That's not your thing. Don't own that as your own obstacle, because it's not. That's just somebody else's story that they pulled from somebody else's story, and it's an unfortunate human conditioning domino effect, and it's total bullshit. So stop. Please stop.
It is. It's really important. I think I can speak from experience in something that's so important. When you're online, you need to pay attention to where you're putting your time as well, because which I've done, I've spread myself way too thin, and I get in the wrong places. I did get in the wrong places, and then I started to really load on it was around the world and back. I felt by the time I was done doing my deeds around town, Facebook town, I was very discouraged. And because I took on other people's negative energy and negative thought, and so it's really, really important on this online space to do less, and find what groups serve you best, and find the mentors and surround yourself with that. As you grow and get more confident and you have more systems in place, good on you. But the thing is, when you're first starting out, even in the first 2 to 3 years, make it very narrow, choose people wisely. And I think you get more out of it that way. You get more support. You won't carry on as much negative stuff. But I've done that too. I've followed threads and gone, whoa, I can't, or funnels or whatever you're looking at in your business. You can get very immersed in negativity. If you're already feeling those self-limiting beliefs, you just stop right there. You're done. It can ruin your whole month, let alone week. So it's very important. Pay attention to where you're spending your time. So important.
I think that self-awareness, when people because that's not an easy thing to adapt or adopt into your life, into your business, is that self-awareness. You really recognizing when you're doing that. I have to recognize when I'm going down a rabbit hole, any kind of rabbit hole, because I'll be so focused on market research or trying to help somebody and bring a little knowledge, share a little whatever. And the next thing you know, it's it turns into another conversation thread. I'm like, no, can't do that. Come on, Trish.
Yeah.
Don't let this world today.
Well, that comes from experience, right? Having kicked yourself for. Keep going, because we're here. It's probably it's where I live. So I think it comes from experience. So the whole thing is about when you recognize, oh, I'm in a place where I don't need to be.
Yeah.
Then you really correct it quicker. The more you build your confidence, the more you're able to turn things around quicker. You can turn, a negative comment, what upsets you, because we're all human. Whatever you do, building your confidence is like a foundation, because it drives everything. it fills over into your life, your business. If you've got that, your rabbit holes are less likely to happen. I know, I've been there. It's not fun.
It's not fun. It's not fun. So let's make sure that I love using this hashtag. When I say press live with purpose, I've said this many times. It's one of my favorite hashtags with my business, press live with purpose. And that doesn't just mean, go live with the intention of getting a bunch of likes and hearts and this and that. Press live with purpose and intention, right, Jane? And would you agree with that?
I agree. Totally. I do. I think that, you that's good to just write on a whiteboard or somewhere every day, because I've done my fair share of bad lives, and I got lost in the intent. That's okay. I corrected things. I got better through experience and practice, but that's really important. Absolutely. Because then that's sort of a structure, right? It gets your mind in the right place. Absolutely. It's a good way to start, for sure. Oh God.
It is a good way to start. I feel like either you or I are going to be cooking something very soon on a Facebook Live. I feel like we need to do that together. Like maybe margaritas and grilling or something. I don't know. I feel like
that would, let me tell you, margaritas, straws, and food is always a good, and a barbecue, whatever.
And
I'm good.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
you're always grilling.
I haven't been grilling lately because I've been busy doing the work, which behind the scenes, I have to do that once in a while. But yeah, I mean, confidence is so important, everybody. Think about tonight, make yourself aware of what you're how you're talking to yourself this weekend. Do it this weekend.
You guys, look, I've got this little journal, and because I want to say this, because this is what you're talking about. Do this, go to Walmart or order it on Amazon, whatever the hell you want to do. 97 cents, I got this sucker. I've got two of them. I've got a red one for my personal journal and a green one for the color of money for my business journal.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't cost you anything, really.
No. And yeah, but I'm a huge advocate for writing it down. I think that's the psychology of physically having that pen in your hand and putting it to paper and writing things down is so much. It's very therapeutic. It's therapeutic for me.
It's very, as soon as, when I'm done 3 things, I do a lot of 3s because I used to do a lot of 20s and nothing got done, right? But the 3s, it's true, the 3s, it's true that it never got done. And that was my own fault. But the 3s to me have always been, and that's not new. There's a lot of people talking about doing things in 3s. It's so important. It is so, and what I do with those 3, I'm like old school. When I'm if I'm in elementary school, I cross it off, yay, Jane. It's like getting a gold star. It's that, no, I do, because it's very elementary. It's very simple, right?
I want to show you. Look, I want to show you this. I love that you're talking about this. And I love how every time I share anything about my kids, you're like, oh my God, you're totally bringing me back to this. Are you kidding me? So this is my kids. This is the good boy, good girl chart.
Oh, I love it.
Whenever they're good, they get a sticker for being good. See all the different colors? My daughter loves blue. That's her favorite colors.
I love it. We laugh, but it's a very fun, it's a very simple task. Sometimes I think in this, have you ever noticed in everybody's business, the simplest things work? It doesn't have to be a journal from, that you ordered online from Germany that has a leather cover or this or that, or how it goes. I mean, those are wonderful, but don't overcomplicate the task. Don't because again, you're making excuses. If a whiteboard's your friend, then do it. If a chart, I don't care. If whatever works for you works. I just like short attainable things, because there's so much to do in the business, so I can strike it off. It's very satisfying. So yeah,
that's awesome. I love that little tip. Hey guys, try to incorporate that little tip into your business. The power of 3s, 3 things a day. I think that's a good. I think I'm going to do that, Jane. You're killing me over here.
It's okay, but practice, right? That's the thing with confidence. It is don't beat yourself up. Another thing to help your confidence is find a mentor. It's so valuable. And people, I often suggest that in coaching to people. I say, you know, find a mentor. And people, again, what do you mean? That person's not going to want to help me. Really? Have you asked? So there's another actionable thing. If you asked people in the right manner by sending them a short video, a heartfelt video, it usually works. If it doesn't work, people are just being honest. But keep looking for the mentor that will kind of guide you and help you with that confidence, and you know, they're a great fan of yours, and they'll also set you straight as well.
That's what we do. I'm a tough, I do the tough love thing. And to me, I guess that's the term that it's been given for all of these years, but really and truly, it's not really tough love. It's just, I care so much that I want to drill it into these people's brains and hearts that there's something special about them, and they need to share that with the world, because there's somebody out there that needs to hear their message. At the end of the day, that's really what the tough love is. It's, come on, damn it, you got to do this, you know?
Yeah, we're not dealing with old school anymore, when brands were just the face of a logo and whatnot. That's common conversation today. Yeah. Your personal brand, the story, in order to tell it with authenticity and passion and just real truth to it, the confidence to do that has to be there. So that will attract people to you, because they'll be the right people. And so that's where people are like, well, I'm missing confidence, but, you know, I'm selling this. Well, it really runs flat, because people want to get to know you. You could be selling widgets in Iceland. The point is, unless people know you, you know, no, it's just it's a silly analogy, but it's not even an analogy. I just said that because I'm a humor, you know, but the thing is, I'm sorry, I've had nothing to drink today. But really and truly, you really, I know, the whole thing is it's the confidence. Everything is hinging on that in your business. It simply is. So in order to build it and grow it to where you want to grow, you've got to make every attempt to get that aligned. Okay. And know that getting it aligned allows you to, you know, if it comes back, if you waver, you fix it a lot quicker. And so you fix it so that you can take action on the next business. Maybe you're getting a website. Maybe you're, you know, whatever, looking for different coaching. If you don't fix that, you really hit that wall. Now, I know this for a fact. I've lived it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not fun, but.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Well, my darling Jane, it has been an honor and a privilege to have you on this Facebook Live this evening. I just adore you. I really do. You're amazing. And I don't think you have a website yet, so I want you to put your website into the comments.
I don't yet. I got an update today. It's being launched, but not for everybody to see yet. We're fixing some things on the back end. I would say it's a week away. People can reach out to me on my Facebook page. Cool. And then we can go from there if you're interested in having a conversation, or follow me, whatever suits you. It has to be the right fit. So yeah, thank you so much. It's an honor to be on with you. I love you. I think you're amazing. And I hope that we can connect in February. If everything aligns, that would be great. I would love to.
This is truth in the pudding, that your vibe attracts your tribe. And I'm so glad that you are a part of my tribe, my friend.
Thank you.
I appreciate you very much. Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Guys, go check out Jane. Jane's amazing. We love her. Every time she's live, it lights up my life. So thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You
See
too.
ya. Bye.